Hello, good day. I am the Chef Adrian and this is my assistant Chefcito Martin. Today we'll teach you how to prepare 3 typical dishes of the great nation of Spain. And if you wonder why a Mexican who speaks English should teach me how to prepare Spanish food, well, that doesn't matter.
Come, chef.
Okay, as well. Let's start with the entry dish, which is,
Cheese croquette.
yeah, good. That's right. We'll start with a typical appetizer of Spanish cuisine. Now, with you, the food historian Brian. Come on.
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Ryan.
I'm pleased to be here.
Well, tell you a little about these dishes.
Thank you. Croquettes are served in most bars and restaurants in Spain. Usually in Spain, the croquettes are from fresh origin. Or they spread to marry colors of the planet and they are very typical vibe.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's go to cuisine.
To cook cheese croquette with meat, flour, milk, grated cheese, nutmeg, eggs, chopped onion, butter, breadcrumbs, and ham.
And you will say, that's a simple way you put things? And no, don't be an idiot. We are going to need these utensils that are here. And, well, let's start. First thing we have to do is add the butter to the casserole. Then add the onion. Add the salt to taste. Add salt to taste. Keep it on medium heat until it is fried well, about 5 or 6 minutes after.
Add the nutmeg. After that, add the flour. Remove the mixture from the casserole and put it first. We beat for a few minutes until it is fried. Once this is done, we add the milk. Once it starts to boil, we add the ham. And the cheese. about 5 minutes, continuing to move until the dog thickens. Remove the mixture from the casserole and put it to rest until it cooks.
A few moments later.
Oh man, look at that consistency. It's good. Break 2 eggs and we put it here while we beat them. Also, in another container we put the ground bread. We are going to add enough oil to brown them in this pan. We grab the croquettes out of water, we anoint the egg, then in the bread, and we went to fry. Put the croquettes in the boiling oil and let them brown a couple of minutes on each side. Ready? We have our pressing. Let's try. Delicious.
Delicious.
Now, let's make the main dish, chicken stew to the Spanish. Do you have some information about the dish, Brian?
Of course, my friend. The chickens on Italy and Spain are the pioneers in the technique of estufa, or the stew that consists on boiling meat with vegetable in their own juice, always on low heat. You have cooked in overload heat and while the pot covered, white out hasty to the sweet mouth to prepare it with time. For the reason of its cooking is not immediate. To prepare it hot, it should be avoid evaporation for the reason that only is the way. Maintenance much of the initial use and retains the flavor. The stew, like other dishes prepared in the Ecuador, was formed from a rock and consists of alfot mercado meat that is cooked in the little kit for a long time. The result is a salt and juice fresh. For the reason that it's a short the dessert.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Let's start to the dishes. Ingredients:
Cooking oil, onions, cloves garlic,
tomatoes,
canned fish, chicken soup, paprika, dried green chili, salt and pepper,
chicken legs, 1 potato peeled and diced, Spanish chorizo. Oil in a large saucepan. Add the onion and garlic. Fry for 5 minutes until the onion is sharp. Add the chorizo to be fried together with the onion. You have to put the potato and the carrot.
Excellent.
We add both the fry and chicken soup to the pot with chicken and vegetables. We add the potato, the carrot, the peas, and the tomato to the pan. Once dressed, add the family secret sauce. Let's serve the dish to taste.
Delicious.
Delicious. Delicious. It's so good. It's so good.
Perfect.
The next day.
Well, now Chefcito will give us the last dish.
The last dish is typical dessert in Spain. We talk about rice pudding.
That's right. Can you tell us something about this dish, Brian?
Yes, of course. The origin of rice pudding is said that in the area of Catalonia and Valencia offered the mango brown white manjar. Whose traditional ingredients was the almond on chicken breast, rice and sugar were used and bars. But this dessert was only present in the tables on the wealthy people. That's it why it's valued. That's due to the cheapening of the space. The ingenious chefs come to elaborate in the 17th century and rice, white meal and simple dish. Why should a stumble? That's it for the most humble people. Another curious fact about the origin of this dessert in that in the initial preparation was made with honey, sugar obtained only from cane, arrived in Europe at the time of the Crusades and entered through the eastern part of the Mediterranean. Lady trades between the Persian and the Venice. Her nose and pinzas population its use. Barat is west in the mid-Ages when sugar arrives in Spain. Where is introduced has widely used Spain, has wheat and salt and pepper.
Well, now we go with the ingredients.
Okay, go.
We need 1 kilogram of rice, sugar, 4 liters of milk, 200 grams of condensed milk, 2 cinnamon sticks, vanilla, lemon peel, and cinnamon powder. Good. In a pot, we cook the rice together with a large amount of water. While in another bowl, cut the milk with the cinnamon sticks, vanilla, and lemon peel. We add the pre-cooked rice to the previously heated milk.
Now add the condensed milk to the mixture. And beat for 1 hour.
Once the rice softens, we will serve them up a plate for their presentation, adding a little cinnamon powder on the rice.
Delicious.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you support us with a like and have a nice day.